Hello everyone and welcome to the review of the fourth and final set from AtmosFX in the Halloween season 2024. The fourth set is even more spooky because it is called Ghostly Apparitions 4. Ghostly Apparitions 4 contains 4 different characters who want to scare your visitors. I'm talking about the Banshee, the Bog Zombie from the swamp, the plaguedoctor and the ghastly graverobber. There are many different scenes for each of the characters and the total length of the entire set is an impressive 27 minutes. As always, the protection types are TV wall, window, hallusion and decorating disc. And as you know from AtmosFX, all videos are available in a full HD resolution as a digital download. The set is really huge and I thought for a while about how to present the demo to you, because with a total length of 27 minutes, this review would be simply too long and you might fall asleep in between. So for this reason I thought I'd show you the whole thing as kind of a compilation. So I picked the most important parts for all characters from all of the scenes in my opinion and cut them down to a length of 7 minutes. So I show you the Banshee and the plaguedoctor as a window projection and the Bog Zombie and the graverobber as a hallusion projection in the garden. I hope that with the compilation I can still show you what you can expect by this set. You can find the link where to get Ghostly Apparitions 4 down in the video description, and using my discount code OSH10 you can get a one-time 10% discount for the entire shopping cart. But now welcome to Old School Hunter, let's dive into the demo. We start the review with the Bog Zombie who comes out of the swamp to scare us. Slowly but steady he makes his way to find and catch us. Next up, everything starts quite harmlessly, but the fog doesn't bode as well. And now we are dealing with 3 of these zombies. So the fog makes them disappear again, and that of course creates a really nice spooky atmosphere here. I think the zombies, with all the plant stuff and all the thingies attached to them, are really well done here. The graverobber must have gotten lost here. This is definitely not going to end well for him. And the zombie is already there. And he's gone in a flash. And here we have the 2 startle scare scenes. Now we continue with the graverobber. He makes his way over the cemetery and is being haunted by a horde of sirens. They don't really leave him alone and circle around him. Now it looks like he has found a grave here that he also likes to plunder. Here's a skull. And there are a few bones with some jewelry on it. He puts everything in its pockets straight away, of course. But he was too happy too soon. The zombie from the swamp is there to get him. Here are 2 aroma scenes, so scenes in which he runs from left to right and right to left. And there are 2 scenes because there's a normal scene where he is alive. And in the second scene, which is almost the same scene again, but this time he is a ghost and wants to scare us. Yes, and now it gets really crazy. Our ghost graverobber has made himself comfortable on a gravestone and has probably looked too deeply in the bottle. Since he is a ghost now, he is of course trying to scare us. And here we have also the 2 startle scare scenes. So now we made a switch and continue in window mode with the Banshee. And here we start with the Roma scene, where she flies from left to right and right to left. The implementation of the Banshee can be discussed because the bandages fluttering around here were perhaps not the best choice. So in terms of the choice of clothing, an alternative could have been used. But it could also have been intentional, and it is supposed to represent an old torn dress. To me, however, it looks a bit like a mummy. And here again we have our 2 startle scare scenes. At the end it gets really exciting and we take a trip back to the Middle Ages because the Plague Doctor is moving around and plays the sound of death with its bell. With his scary appearance and the mask, he certainly creates a good horror atmosphere in his surroundings. And now it gets really scary and 3 doctors start to walk around. The character is well designed and done here, and when I look at how the Plague Doctor acts here, it does make me feel a little uneasy, and I could well imagine that this would send a shiver down the spine of some people. They search and search for their next victim, and I'm sure they will definitely find it. And here we also have our 2 startle scare scenes. Alright, that was a short version of Ghostly Apparitions 4. 27 minutes compressed to 7 minutes for you. Feel free to write in the comments if you think that was acceptable. But now, back to the set. I've already told you a lot while the videos were running, that's why I'd like to briefly give you my personal ranking of the characters. 4th place goes to the graverobber. I personally don't really like him, and I also find the scenes are very long-winded, and compared to the other 3 characters, he somehow doesn't really fit into the set. 3rd place goes to the Banshee, well done in itself and also great in terms of scare factor, but points are deducted here for the choice of the clothes. 2nd place goes to the Bog Zombie. The zombie doesn't do much, but with his appearance and his red glowing eyes, you never know what he's going to do next. And finally, 1st place goes to the Plague Doctor. For me, he is the best implemented of all 4 characters, and he also gives me a feeling of unease when he walks through the scene. Yes, and that also makes it clear the Plague Doctor, the Zombie and the Banshee will find their way into my Halloween decorations for 2024. Unfortunately, the graverobber doesn't make it, but maybe I'm doing him an injustice. Feel free to write your personal ranking down to the comments and what you think about the characters. In general, I think it's good that AtmosFX used real actors in the set, so they didn't use 3D figures. Of course, you have completely different options using 3D, but real actors still look completely different. But feel free to share your thoughts about that down in the comments. I've put everything together for you again in the description of the video, so the link where you can get Ghostly Apparitions 4 and the 10% one-time discount using my code OSH10. And that brings us to the end of the review. As always, you're welcome to write questions, criticism and suggestions down to the comments. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel to support me. Great that you were here again today, so I say thanks for watching, see you next time and Happy Halloween!